Hey, youth workers, Paul Turner here from the discipleproject.net, here with another great video for today. This time, we're going to talk about a great illustration about bearing one another's burdens. And this is brought to you by my friend Jeremy Sims, who is also the youth pastor at our church. Today, he's going to do a great illustration as he preaches to the main congregation about bearing one another's burdens. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can pull off the same thing in your youth group. Before we jump into the video, I want to let you know that I do have some Easter and Lenten resources for you. I'm going to put a link down in the description below that if you're looking for lessons, responsive readings, prayer stations, all that kind of good stuff, I put together a bundle for you over on my store. I hope you will go and check it out. There's a link down in the description below. So let's go ahead and jump into the illustration, and then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and share with you a few tips on safety and other things, how you can use this illustration in your youth ministry.
Here. Some of you are about to get nervous. Jordan, where are you, Jordan? Jordan, will you come help me? Sometimes we see God in the middle of pain and suffering. So this table right now in me represents this burden for you, Jordan. This is your burden. This is your pain. This is your suffering. I want you to lift it. I want you to lift your pain and lift your suffering. I want you to lift it. And not only do I want you to lift it, Jordan, I want you to pick it up over your head. I want you to get it up over your head. I want you to get this pain and this burden and this suffering, and I want you to pick it up over your head. Good try. So Jordan can't lift the pain and the burden and the suffering by himself, because that's not how pain and burden and suffering works. Pain and burden and suffering is pain and burden and suffering because we can't lift it by ourselves. But what happens when a movement of hope notices somebody that is in the middle of pain and in the middle of suffering, and they say, God, I see you in that space, and I want to join you in that place, and they say, I want to be a part of it. What happens when Justin and Brady, what happens when Michael and JC and Jared, what happens when Trey? What happens when these guys? What happens when Zach notices that this pain and this suffering and this burden is too much for Jordan to bear? And they step up and they say, Jordan, you can't do this by yourself. I see that you're drowning in your faith, but I want you to know that you're not alone, that you're not by yourself, that you're, Brent, can you help us? We're standing with you. And then all of a sudden it comes time for Jordan to lift the pain and the burden and the suffering, and all of a sudden everybody starts lifting together, right? And all of a sudden here we are with this pain and this burden and this suffering, and we don't do it by ourselves, because a movement of hope is a place where we recognize God not just in the big moments, not just in the small moments, but especially in the middle of pain and suffering, and we step into it and we say, God is there. You want to see people meet God, recognize their pain and suffering, and do something about it. He's not going to alleviate all of it by himself. He's waiting on you to do something.
That is a powerful illustration that Jeremy has shared with us today. And how can you do this with your youth ministry? I know what you're thinking, the wheels are turning, but let me offer a few tips. First of all, you have to have a very, very good table. A solid, strong wooden table, maybe like Jeremy used. Don't use a card table. Don't use anything flimsy. You want to be, if you're going to go on top of that table, you want to make sure that that table is sturdy. And number two, make sure that you have people around that table, that you already have some people already chosen who says, look, I'm going to do this illustration and I need you to come up when it's time to come up, and then have them surround the table. Make sure you have enough people. Don't think, well, I'm just going to use 2 football players and that's it. If you have to find some people in the congregation to come down, big, strong guys that can come down and do it, go ahead and do that. Safety first when doing this. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and if you're brand new to the channel, think about subscribing, become a part of this community, and you'll get updates in your email of when I post another video, which is usually every Thursday. And if you're a regular, I would love to hear your comments about this illustration. How else might you be able to use it? And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Let's know you like the video and you want more of them. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.